We are back with the End Times Escalation mod. This is a Total War Warhammer 3 mod that adds super units to every single faction in the game. In this video, we're going to be spotlighting the Beastmen and the Ogre kingdoms. We're going to be checking out every single unit this mod has, and of course showing off some combat for them. We're starting off with the Beastmen. I'm going to be short and sweet about the mod. So I've covered this mod before with other factions. It's going to go along with the same path. Every unit, there's only going to be 4 individuals, except for one coming up later. Overall, though, I did like the aesthetics on this unit. It performed pretty good in combat, and overall, it still looked good. Nurgle's dipping his toe over in here with the Beastmen. We have the faux renders of Nurgle. They're a axe infantry, it says, which looks questionable with their weapons. Armor piercing, shield breakers. There's only 4 of these guys, and their attack animations don't exactly look inspiring in combat with there only being 4, but they still look okay. Now this unit looked really good in combat. I mean, the faux renders. Just pretty much your regular Beastmen with shield and axe. They looked great to me. I really liked them in combat. I think that they stood out very well, even though with there being just 4 of them. You know, maybe they're just 4 really powerful Beastmen. I could kind of get behind that vibe a little bit more than I could with the human factions. Now we have a Tzeentch faux renders of Tzeentch, but so pretty much I like the unit look on this unit. I really like the look on this unit a lot. The combat animations are just like really weak on this unit though. They definitely need some type of sweeping attack. They have such a long weapon, but they use their head and they use a long frontal single attack. They need like a sweeping attack animation. Speakers of the Dark Castle, it says axe infantry, but really just think of these like free magic casters that don't cost you anything. So they can be a really strong support in combat. Probably in this mod, these are probably one of my favorite types of units because it just has so much positive benefit compared to all the rest, in my opinion. And then the Regiment of Renown version of the same thing. These are the spoils of the Sacred. So pretty much the same thing. They get different spells that they can cast compared to the other one. And they are a lot more offensively oriented. So I do like them quite a bit. And again, just super powerful unit to have in your Beastmen army. The faux renders of Khorne, an absolute goodness to watch in combat. I really do like their look and their weapons, and just watching them go ham in combat. Even with there only being 4 of them, they stood out to me exceptionally well. So I do like this unit a lot. I think really what depends on me is how well it can stand out in a crowd, as if I like the 4 setup. Not a lot to say here other than the fact that their charge bonus is kind of just a weird, pointless thing. It doesn't really look very climatic to, you know, charge these guys in. But again, it's just a high tier missile cavalry option you have. And yeah, you can just do a lot of damage with these guys. In combat, they look pretty okay. I wasn't overly impressed. Now we're getting to an area where I think this mod really, really shines. We have the Cygor Stampede. You pretty much, instead of just having one of these guys, you get 4 of them. So you get 4 times the artillery. And if you had to throw them in melee combat, then you have 4 times the rock slamming. Just a big fan of what this brings to the table in this mod. I would definitely run these a lot. might have noticed this from my thumbnail, but these brazen bulls here, so the all gold one, super love it a lot. Just something about them being all gold. It looks phenomenal. These guys look great in combat. I could definitely get behind a unit like this being in a group of 4. It stands out exceptionally well on the battlefield. Next up, we have the Jabberslythe Brood. Again, you're just taking an individual monster, turning it into 4, but it works really, really well. It's something I never would have expected to see in Total War Warhammer 3 in general, but I really do like it a lot. It frees up more space in your armies to have other options too, so I just like having one of these monster options like this. A little bit smaller, but we have Bull Lords. These also look really good in combat. They still stand out just good enough. And again, it kind of makes sense. You could have, this type of unit where these are just exceptional of the exceptional, and maybe there's only 4 of them, and it does kind of make sense. So I do like this a lot. Now these things are ugly. Pretty much these are just regeneration, poison, a lot of ugliness, damage dealers. So yeah, throw these into combat, watch them do some work, and just don't look too closely at them, to be honest. But overall, I do like this unit. If you ever thought that one giant is a waste of space in your roster, you might change your mind here with the Giant Stampede. So now you have 4 of them. Their health pool is very large and it's split between them. So they're going to last longer in combat, get more damage out, and not take up, any more space in your army. So just 1 slot. I almost missed this unit because it's way different than the rest. There's 180 of them. It's the Murder of Harpies. There's just a lot of Harpies, which is very trippy to watch them here in animation. And in combat, there's just a massive amount of them. So I guess, yeah, I don't know why he decided to do this unit 180 and, the rest are all super tiny. I'm not sure what his reasoning was behind that. And our last Beastman unit, which is also in the Kislev roster. So if you want to watch combat for this unit, up in the top right, there's going to be a little icon and you can click on it and go watch the Kislev spotlight that has this monster in it. I covered all of the human factions a while back, so you can check out all of them. We're now popping over to our Ogres. We have the Gut Lords. They're monstrous infantry. There's only 4 of them. They have a big club and a lot of stats, a lot of health. That's the biggest thing in this mod. It's a small unit size. They just have a whole lot of hit points, a whole lot of health. So yeah, that's kind of where the mod direction goes on this. I do like this unit. Believe it or not, I usually always find a glitched unit in a mod. A lot of the times I have a close enough conversation with the modder during my production that I can let them know and they fix it so I don't show off a broken unit. Well, I don't really have that with this modder, so I'm pretty much showing off a glitched unit. Hopefully he fixes it. Now we have the Camp Cooks, and you're kind of going all on the butchery side here. These guys look like they're about to be cooking whatever they happen to drag in. A lot of abilities they can cast. So yeah, these guys here are your spellcaster support, but they can also do pretty good in the mix of melee.
Brace for impact.
Probably my favorite Ogre unit in general, just because I love the animations. You know, I just love that, like, you know, ninja style animations and them doing goofy poses in combat. I think it's hilarious. So I just like watching them. But yeah, you have the Ishin man-eaters. There's only 4 of them. And again, what's not to love? This unit is just a fantastic unit.
We are the
He definitely played it very safe with the Ogre units that he's added in to be elite tier. I don't feel like he went, you know, really crazy with anything. So these guys, there's 4 of them. They're hybrid units, so you can use their pistol at range or then throw them into melee. You know, very high stats, very high health like the rest of the mod. But yeah, nothing too crazy with the Ogre so far. Pretty much taking that first unit from earlier and you throwing them up on these things, and they're the Thunder Lords now. So yeah, it's just pretty much a strong cavalry. At least with this one, with them being a large cavalry where it actually stands out. With them only being 4, I do like it because they're big enough to stand out on the battlefield even with a small number. We've got the Big Eaters. There's only 4 of these guys, as I've said 100 times. Stats are higher, but they have no armor, even though they have a lot of health, and they're still not that fantastic to really watch in combat. So yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of this idea for this unit, but they're not terrible. Now, something I can really get behind, though, is this Stonehorn pack. I really like pretty much the way he designed this unit. I'll be honest, if he ever made a separate mod to where it was nothing but the artillery and the monsters and the infantry just disappeared, I think I would honestly love it a lot more and would be more inclined to run it in general. When it comes to combat appeal, I think the Stonehorns definitely win over the Thunder Tusks. But this Thunder Tusk pack also brings a lot to the table here. You have ranged firepower with your monster, and then also able to throw them in the melee. And they do have some, you know, if you like that icy look, they do have that. So it just kind of depends on what you like more of, but these are more versatile. Now, at everything this mod brings, for the Ogres, this is the most important part, because really, it gives the Ogres actual viable artillery. We have the scrap launcher formation when there's 4 of them, and they catapult everything over. And I think that at one, really, to be honest, as Ogres, I've never really brought artillery. I just haven't. You know, I don't think there's enough of it, and it just takes up a slot. But having 4 artillery pieces makes a huge difference. Then we move over to the Iron Blaster Squadron, so now you have 4 cannons. Again, like, this is just perfect in my opinion. This actually makes the Ogre faction have more of an artillery setup if you want to go that route. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I am going to be working on more End Times Escalation mod spotlights. I haven't decided which race faction we're going to be doing next, but I'm going to be working on it. So hopefully that's out soon. Thank you, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.